What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, I'm taking you guys through a leg strength workout we're doing with some of our pro guys that are training for Supercross right now. We've got like Max Anstie's getting ready for the nations, as well as World Supercross coming up in the next couple of months. So we really are hammering down on not really off-season prep, more so preseason prep. We're in the middle of a VO2 block, and instead of really getting into the details of what exactly a VO2 block is, I'm just going to tell you that part of the block calls for really heavy strength training. His legs are exhausted. We did intervals yesterday. He's got an hour-and-a-half ride tomorrow, meaning cycle, and then a 2-hour ride on Saturday. So today is our day to hit heavy leg strength. For motocross, I'm sure I don't need to tell you guys how important legs are. They're the main driver of the bike. It's your largest contact point with the motorcycle, so that's where all the control comes from. If you have strong legs, you're usually going to have an easier time maneuvering the bike. And we also know that a lot of injuries coming from motocross would be leg injuries, whether it be over jumping, casing, putting your knee out, dabbing. And while some injuries are unavoidable, leg strength can really play a key role in injury prevention. So we spend a lot of time lifting heavy and lifting slowly to make sure that we're strengthening those ligaments, those tendons, and those bones, as well as trying to get those gains. So let's take you guys through the workout. All right, so here's the lift for today. Number one is gonna be leg press, 4 sets of 8 reps. That's kind of the big compound movement. That's the one that's supposed to be really heavy. So we're kind of pushing for some PRs right there. Number 2, dumbbell RDL, stands for Romanian deadlift, 4 sets of 12. That's really enforcing the hip hinge movement, reinforcing proper body positioning, and trying to work on keeping a neutral spine and allowing just your legs and your hamstrings to kick on and do the heavy lifting. Band donkey kicks, just some glute accessory work. You'll notice that the reps are dropping down to 3 sets of 12. As we get into the smaller muscle groups, we're working more on the mind-muscle connection and just trying to work on areas that maybe get missed sometimes. So you see number 4, we do glute get-ups. I'll show you guys what these guys are doing. And then we're gonna pair that with something I call internal rotations. That's when you're gonna keep your knee against the mat and you're just gonna pick your ankle up. Number 5 is gonna be an adductor plank. That's basically where you're doing a side plank, but your top leg is holding you on top of a bench, and it's like using the inside of your thigh, and it's brutal. Your legs are shaking, and it absolutely brings to light deficiency. Even though we spend so much time squeezing the bike, our adductors are still very weak. And then we're gonna bring it home with calf raises. These guys, a lot of them have been riding Supercross these last couple of days, so their calves are already smoked, but we have an off day tomorrow, and we're just gonna do a long cycle, so I figured let's hit them hard and really get the most bang for our buck here. All right, let's get into it. Good reps, nice 90 degrees in the knee pits. You're actually getting a little past 90 just about. Nice job, looking really good. Doesn't matter how much you lift, it matters how you lift it. Yeah, that looks better. Now make sure the knees stay out. You're gonna be used to that narrow stance. A little bit deeper, come on. Gotta at least hit 90 in the knees. There it is. Oh boy, he's fighting for it. Come on. You guys seen his quads? Yeah, you could go a little lower too there, Luca. Gotta hit 90. Oh boy. I had somebody ask me how I counted my reps. Like, say if they went from laying on their stomach and then got into push-up position, they counted that as their first push-up. I'm like, absolutely not. Like, for me, it's the first time that you're intentionally going up and down. So like if I go to do like lat pull down, I wouldn't count the first one. If I like sit down and pull it down at the same time, I wouldn't count that as a rep. You got to be intentional. Intentional up, intentional down. So when you're in that 90-90, yeah, like obviously the easy version is to lean over and put your hand on the mat and then rotate it up. The advanced part is if you can stay up.
I can't even.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah.
I haven't done the actual.
With the hands off. Yep. Same intention with these. Try to pause for a second with that foot off. Yeah, there you go. Feels like your back is gonna cramp. Feels like your glutes gonna cramp. Really good.
Yeah, trying to do it.
And it doesn't even. The first time I ever tried these, my foot didn't come off the ground. Uh-oh, is that the cramp?
It's good though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, in these 2 weeks, especially during our VO2 block, it's more of just like grind it out and deal with the fatigue and try to fight through it. And then as we get closer, we'll start to pay more attention to how you feel day to day and, you know, try to taper it down.
It'll be different anyway because we're going to be testing that.
So you think what were you going to ask?
I'm just curious if I've been running anything like that.
I don't think so. There's, you know, short-term thinking would say yes, like you should do it, but long-term planning, missing one workout is not going to make or break where you're at. Now, if it becomes a regular thing where like once a week we miss, then that's a bigger issue, but that's not your problem. You know, you had a crash, we're dealing with a little bit of pain in the ribs still. You know, I want you to prioritize having good riding days as opposed to big days in the gym. The big days in the gym don't matter near as much as the big days on the track, you know. Especially when you guys are learning Supercross, you show up to the track with fried legs and like it's tough. For someone like Max, he's a little more, you know, experienced in the area and he can kind of handle the fatigue a little differently. But for like you and for Gage that are still kind of breaking in the Supercross legs, that's how you get sketchy.
My fucking quad was like cramping up. I was like, oh.
I don't know how to play yesterday. I moved my leg and my whole leg. I mean, this stuff.
Dude, you guys are fried. Need some better electrolytes or something. Honestly, there's not much you can do about that fatigue, you know? It's gonna happen. You got 40 seconds of this?
What?
You got 40 seconds of this?
An hour.
An hour, huh? TJ, maybe pull your toes up towards your knees. That locks in your quads a little bit, protects your knee a little bit better. You guys feel it in your inside of your thigh or like lower back? Where do you feel it? Right inner thigh. That's what you're supposed to feel. Adductors are always weak. Which is crazy because we spend a lot of time squeezing the dirt bike, you know?
Nah, we don't squeeze.
There we go, engage a little thing for you. Pull your toes up towards your knees. Boom. Locks in your quads and your hamstrings. Really protects that knee for you. TJ's got this way, no problem. TJ, when's the last time you hit legs?
Never.
We're looking a little shaky today. Now, the real person we've been waiting for is Noah, but since he's not here, I guess Luca will do it. Oh my gosh. Go, Luca. Now it's time for the best part of the workout. Work hard, recover hard. Alrighty. We do it for the recovery. Woo! Dude, he's so stoic when he goes in there. I'm breathing like a little girl when I do ice baths. All right, guys, we just got done with our leg strength session. All things considered, it was a really solid session. Leg strength is so important for motocross riders. with it being really the only contact point with the bike, I mean, the more you can use your legs to ride, the less you have to rely on your hands and your upper body, which then will reduce fatigue. Your muscles in your legs are way bigger than any muscles in the rest of your body. So if we can recruit those to do a lot of the heavy lifting, it's really going to help us with our endurance, reduce arm pump, and to be able to charge hard the whole moto. So, but one thing I also need to be a little bit careful, because these guys, it's like their first, some of them, it's their first week on Supercross. We're starting to get ready for the upcoming Supercross season, and we have some rookies that are making their debut as professionals. And let me tell you, if you've never ridden Supercross, it blows out your legs. Your legs are very fatigued. Your calves are super sore from going through the whoops. That is, if you have proper body positioning and you're actually allowing your calves and your feet to work on the foot peg like they're supposed to. Your calves are really sore. Your legs, your lower back, your upper body, everything's feeling lots of fatigue. So if I really ramp up the gym training and force them to show up to the track with jelly legs, it increases the risk of injury. They could crash. They don't feel like they can push. So it's a really delicate balance between, I want them to have a good workout, but at the same time, my job is to complement the riding. And when we're learning something new, as serious as Supercross, they have to show up fresh. The gym workouts absolutely take a back seat. You know, they get pushed off to the back burner. The number one priority is quality of riding. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and please leave a comment down below if you plan on trying out this workout. It's a great leg strength workout for everybody. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video.